KD Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds to show my appreciation for y'all rocking with me. Starting with dun, dun, dun. Connie Hodge. Good morning. Wilton Marshall. What's up, Will? Welcome to the show. I don't think I ever seen you in the chat before. White Melon, what it do? Good morning, H-Town. Bobby Hands, what's up, Bob? Devin Arnold. Kirsten Crimson, yeah. Gaines Grill, what's up? Nason the Great. What's up, Kevin Hill, Angela Hill? Kevin Hill and Angela Hill, back to back. Interesting. True Dogs, what's up? Game Media, what it do, what it do, what it do? All right, fam, going in. A lot of information to cover right here. Let's start off with putting up our subjects here. This is Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. The saga continues, fam. Tory Lanez was stabbed not too long ago in a prison, stabbed 14 times, and 2 lungs collapsed. They say that, this dude had some severe injuries that could have taken out a whole lot of people, but he survived. Now, when that happened, that brought a lot of attention on Tory, and his lawyers, I would say, smartly used that moment to plead for Tory's freedom and his innocence. Lawyers say they got new evidence that shows or proves that Megan Thee Stallion was not shot by Tory Lanez. Megan busts back. Said, "Leave me alone, you effing demon." Well, when somebody calls somebody a demon, they really, really dislike that person. Megan was not just getting at Tory, but getting at all of the fans of Tory who still don't believe he shot her, despite what the jury in Los Angeles ruled. And she's got some choice words for Tory Lanez. Megan unloaded on Tory in a social media rant on Monday, posted on TikTok. "At what point are y'all gonna stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day?" Megan Thee Stallion continued. "1 minute him, y'all say, I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all faces again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Okay, I'm sick of this SHIT. Leave me the F alone." Megan added, "He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me. And that was his choice, because he knows he did that SHIT. I don't give a F about a blog or a bot. Why in the F would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on this mother effer about shooting me? As you know, Tory was convicted of negligent discharge of a firearm assault with a semi-automatic firearm and carrying a loaded and unregistered firearm back in 2022 after prosecutors accused him of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Tory has denied shooting Megan, and he says facts are facts. Well, actually, Megan said facts are facts. Megan said facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. F the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me, all caps. Ain't no new effing evidence. Y'all been saying the same SHIT for years. Tory's case has been back in the spotlight, as I mentioned earlier, after his recent prison stabbing, with his lawyers claiming Megan Thee Stallion's ex-BFF, Kelsey Harris, was the real shooter. So the question is, who do y'all believe, fam? Give me a thumbs up if you believe Megan. Thumbs up if you believe Megan. Give me 2 thumbs up if you believe Tory. If you believe Megan's version of events, give me a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up if you believe Tory's version of events. Let me see. Let's see how many people. Let's see where y'all are with this. Shemaine 1. Arsenal 2. Wheezy 2. Abundance 2. The Real Don Watt 2. Nathan 2. Rayvon 1. T Diggs 1. Makeda 2. Nathan 2. Walker 1. G 2. Rodney 2. Tyshawn 1. Latanya 2. Michael 1. Angela 2. Chris 2. Darren 2. Darren 2. Levance 2. Ted 2. Chatty 2. Justin 2. And so it looks like y'all believe Tory's version of events. Well, let me get into a little bit more of this story from Tory's defense team. They are claiming that they have new evidence. Megan said, y'all ain't got shit. Y'all been saying the same thing over and over and over again. Y'all ain't got no damn new evidence. But according to his legal team, they do. Tory's legal team have claimed that they have new evidence that proves the Canadian rapper did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion. Tory, who is still fighting his conviction for shooting Megan and subsequently being sentenced subsequently had been sentenced to 10 years behind bars. In a press conference, Tory's legal team have called on California Governor Gavin Newsom to issue a pardon to Tory. Tory's new legal representation claimed that they have been approached by a man named Bradley James, who claims to be a bodyguard for Kelsey Harris, Megan's former friend, who was a witness to the shooting. According to Tory's team, James told them that it was Harris who shot Megan and not Lanez. James himself did not speak at the press conference and did not testify during the highly publicized trial. Lanez's lawyers continued with their calls for the rapper to be released from prison as a result of his stabbing, though they admitted they had not formally petitioned Governor Newsom. Megan's attorney, Alex Spiro, blasted the press conference, saying in a statement, Tory Lanez was tried and convicted by a jury of his peers, and his case was properly adjudicated through the court system. This is not a political matter. This is a case of a violent assault that was resolved in the court of law. Tory has had some bigger issues to deal with this week after he was stabbed 14 times in prison, which led to both of his lungs collapsing. Despite the severity of the attack, Tory has resumed breathing on his own and is expected to make a full recovery from his injuries. It was revealed that the man suspected of attacking Tory is Santino Cassio, a fellow inmate who is currently serving a life sentence for murder. It is not yet known what Cassio's motives for the attack might be, but he has been placed in restricted housing while an investigation into the stabbing takes place. Now, I know that I just said that it was not known what his motive was, but word on the street is Tory tried to holler at Buddy Gare or, made some slick comments about his girl while he was at visitation. So he saw the girl at visitation and he made some slick comment, something about "I take your girl" or something along those lines. And dude, stuck him 14 times. Now that's what I heard. That's the word on the streets. If you know different, please add. Now, so here's the deal, fam. This is where I'm at with it. I really don't know what the hell to believe. I gotta call a strike and a ball, right? I'm absolutely. I'm gonna tell you straight up, fam. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front at all. I'm with the home team, Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, I said it, man. I know some of y'all gonna be mad about that, but hey, I take my chances, man. What I'm supposed to do? That's the home team. You know what I'm supposed to do? Now, having said that, I got to call a strike, and a ball. I did see a video where Megan said she was shot, that he was shooting at her, standing in the passenger window, shooting at her. Shooting through the car. And then I saw another video where she said he was shooting from the back seat. I saw that. I don't know if that's AI or not. That's the thing about this AI stuff, man. This AI stuff be tripping, man. This AI stuff, that stuff that be tripping me out, man. That stuff need, it don't need to be, AI does not need to be outlawed, but certain things that they use AI for, like manipulating people's voices to defame, to embarrass, to try to trick, to manipulate the truth, that type of stuff right there, that should absolutely be criminal. Absolutely, that should be criminal. So I don't know if those two different statements that she made was manipulated via AI or not. If it was, that's a big problem. If it was, that's a big problem. If it wasn't, that's a big problem. Big problem. You cannot, because you got to call a strike, and a ball. You cannot be, even if you're riding with somebody, even if you rock with somebody, righteousness is the way to go. The most important thing, the truth is the most important thing at all times to me. I've even found myself in situations where I had to call myself out. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Also, but that's on the flip side of that coin is, Tory Lanez saying that he didn't shoot Megan, but he didn't say that the girl shot Megan. Man, you fighting for your freedom. This is your life on the line, your freedom on the line, your future on the line. Your children, your child. I saw he had a boy. I don't know if he had children, but I did see a little boy. So your child is on the line. You don't take no damn case that can put you away for 10 years away from your son in this wild, crazy world. It's too much going on. You don't do nothing that could remove you from the parental guidance of your child. So to me, that don't make sense to take a damn case for a chick that I used to date on top of that. Take a case that can get me 10 years? A shooting? Knowing I ain't shot nobody? I didn't shoot him, and this the motherfucker who did shoot him. If that's what I got to do, if I got to add to it to say this the one who did it, that's the one who did it. I'm not taking no damn case for nobody. Do your time. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Beretta said that. Well, Beretta didn't say it, but the theme music said it. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah. Don't do it. The women came out in the background. Don't do it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? See, some of y'all way too young to know that Beretta, know about that Beretta. But yeah, man. Yeah, you don't take no damn case like that. If he did, like I say, I don't know what the damn truth is, but if he did take that case, knowing he was innocent, if he ain't say nothing, he set his ass up in that courtroom and didn't say anything, and he's innocent, knowing he didn't do it, and he know who did it. He a damn fool. He is a damn first-class fool. No way possible. It's too much going on, man, to leave your children out here to their own devices. Man, we are living in wicked times. And if you are responsible enough to bring a child into this world, you got to be responsible enough to protect them at all times, because you can't raise children from the pen. I've seen dudes try to do it. Go to that visitor room. They're on the other side of the table. The kids on the other side. And what I tell you about acting cutting up? What I tell you? Kid like, you in jail. You ain't. And don't let it be a window between them. Don't let it be that plexiglass between them. Them little youngsters really be showing off. The youngsters be like, what you gonna do? Throwing up signs on that fool. Like, I ain't scared of you. You locked up. You can't do nothing. You ain't got no action when you locked up. In the very beginning, when you get locked up, when everybody think you coming home and there's some hope, you might have a little something left. You might have a few favors that's owed to you, and somebody might hold you down. They might take care of it for you. Look at it, man. Go over there and whoop little Ray ass for me. You might be good. Or your kid might be good when they think, okay, daddy might be coming home. Let me be cool. But if they already know they got a timeline, okay, 8 years old, daddy got a 20-year sentence. Aggravated. And they know what time when daddy coming home, because they gonna overhear mama talking about it. Mama, a brother, a sister, somebody, grandmama, granddaddy. So you mean to tell me I'm gonna be 28 years old when my daddy get out of prison? I do whatever the hell I want to do. He ain't gonna do nothing. What can he do about it? Nothing. He locked up. You can't raise babies from the prison. You can't raise babies from the pen. Simple as that. You cannot raise babies from the pen. But again, fam, yeah, Megan also changed her story when she said she hadn't slept with Tory. Now, that might sound insignificant, but it questions her character. Well, she lied about this. What else did she lie about? See, that's the. It seemed like something insignificant, like, yo, I'm just gonna say, you know, I'm embarrassed that I had sex with this guy, so I'm just gonna say I didn't have sex with him. And you don't really think about the implications it have down the line with questioning your credibility. Might sound like something insignificant, but any lie you tell, I don't care how small that lie is, when you get yourself in a jam, it's going to be used against you. Is it going to be used to build a case against your character? So I got to call a strike and a ball a ball. Yeah. So to be truthful, there is, and to be fair and impartial. No, I'm not impartial. I'm rocking with the home team. I'm down with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I'm down with Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm impartial, but I'm also going to be honest with this. I'm also going to be honest about this. There's inconsistencies on both sides. There are inconsistencies on both sides. So when it comes to the defense, when it comes to that, that's all they got to have is doubt. They just need to create some doubt. And if that doubt is substantiated, and if they can put that in front of a judge, at the very least, they can get a new trial. Right now, they're trying to get a pardon from Governor Newsom. But at the very least, they'll get a new trial. Now, let's address the bodyguard. The bodyguard for Kerry Harris, Megan's friend, used to be best friend, right? He claimed that he saw Kelsey shoot Megan and not Tory. I can't believe his ass either, because why didn't he come forward and say that off the rip? Why did he sit back? If we are to believe his version of events, why would he sit back and watch an innocent man get convicted and sentenced to prison, be uprooted from his lifestyle, from his family? Why would he do that? It take a rotten mother to do something like that. So I don't trust his ass either. I don't believe him. I don't think he's not believable, because he should have spoken up. If we are to believe his version of events, he should have spoken up right then and there, not waited for 2 years to say something. He should have spoken up out the gate, but he didn't. So what's his motive? You got to question that. You know, you got to call a strike, striking the ball a ball. Did he get paid? Did somebody get in his ear? Is he changing his story up to fit the new narrative of, well, actually, this is the narrative. This has always been the narrative of the defense, but is he changing his story up to fit the narrative of the defense? It's hard to say. Unless you know, you know. I personally don't see why she would go out of her way to say that this dude shot her, and he didn't. I don't. If somebody shot me, that's who shot me, and that's who I want. That's who my anger is going to be for. That's who my angst is going to be. That's who my vengeance is going to be directed at. The person who shot me. Not anybody else. I It's hard to give somebody a pass for shooting you. So if I know this other person shot me, why would I absolve them? That I wouldn't. I'm coming for him. And she's not doing that. Remember, this is her ex-friend. When the police came, somebody called the police. So when the police got there, she could have stuck to her story and said, I think her story was that that was an accident or something, she didn't something about she didn't get shot or something. I can't remember exactly what the story was, but she didn't have to mention Tory's name and say he shot her. What's the motive? And family. Now y'all remember, a lot of people said she didn't get shot at all. Now, since this new evidence is out, are y'all now accepting that she did get shot? Because now I got to question y'all credibility. So did she get shot or did she not get shot? For all of you who said she never got shot, for all of you who are saying she never got shot, y'all should not be jumping ship or switching sides now and saying that he should be getting a new trial or he should be pardoned. Y'all should stick to y'all story. Anybody who said she never got shot, you ain't got no business jumping on this new evidence or this allegedly new evidence. You ain't got no business jumping on that. Your story is she never got shot. So you don't believe what the defense is saying right now. You got to keep it, you got to be consistent with your story too. So did she get shot or did she not get shot? Did she get shot or did she not get shot? Remember, I remember more than half of the people in the comments saying she never got shot in the first place. So now y'all are agreeing with the defense that, oh, wait a minute, she did get shot. But Tory didn't shoot her. Kelsey shot her. So are y'all trying to now make the narrative fit your story? So everybody lying, everybody changing their story. I maintained my same position the entire time. I said, I don't know what the truth is, but I'm riding with Megan because she the home team. But if she did do it, then if she's lying, and she obviously deserves some criticism and punishment for that. But other than that, just as any of you would, if you knew somebody, if you was cool with somebody, you're gonna rock with who you cool with. You're going to give that person the benefit of doubt until you learn otherwise. But like I say, there's inconsistencies on both sides. Tory got inconsistencies in his story, and Megan have inconsistencies in her story. Megan have inconsistencies on her story, and Tory has inconsistencies in his story. And the bodyguard has inconsistencies in his story. So this boils down to whose side you on. That's what it boiled down to, because there's inconsistencies all over the place. Yeah, better yet, I'm with you, senior. I'm with you on that. Better yet, you don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I support Megan Thee Stallion. I'm still on the home team, fam. I'm still with the home team. You know, kind of like if that was a, let's say that was a fight that happened between your nephew and some kids at school, some kid at school, and both of them had inconsistencies in their story. You still gonna ride with your nephew, ain't you? Right or wrong? That's all I'm saying. I'ma still rock with the home team, but I don't know. Now, as the truth come out, let the truth come out. And if the truth does come out, and whatever that truth is, and right now, Tory is doing 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Now, just because he's been convicted does not necessarily mean he's guilty, because we know there have been millions and millions and millions and millions of people who have been found to be guilty in a court of law, but they were innocent. Millions of people railroaded by the system. We know that for a fact. We know that happens. But what we don't know is what actually really, really happened. So if you have friends, if you have people that you rock with, you're gonna rock with your person that you can't, you're gonna rock with your people first. Tory is fighting real hard to get himself freed now. Only if he had fought that hard to not get himself locked up. And his daddy, I know his daddy loved him. I know Tory daddy loved him. But Tory daddy, I do believe, helped him get locked up. Because when he went out there on that courtroom step and started talking out loud and talking about how the judicial system is a sham and how the prosecutor, they're crooked. Okay, bro, we know that. Yes, we know that. But that was not the time to say that. Not the time or the place. Not the time or the place. If you got a beef with the judicial system, you don't let that beef be known while you're in the judicial system, while you're tied up in an open case, while you're on trial. No, you're being tried, not the system. You're gonna put yourself in a jam like that. Your family, everybody gotta have some control. You gotta make sure your people have emotional control. If they're gonna come up in that damn courtroom, they're gonna have to have some courtroom decorum. Even if you're found guilty, they cannot lose their damn mind, because guess what's gonna happen? Let's say they're found guilty. You thinking it's over. That's it. They done gave my baby 20 years. The mother, and I hate that, and the DA and da. They're gonna use those statements to keep your baby locked down, to keep your family locked up. Because they're going to remember that disrespect. They're going to remember it. And they're going to use it against them. So you don't help your family when you go to them damn courtrooms and act a damn fool. You don't help your family at all. You go inside those courtrooms and act a fool. You don't help your family at all. If he had, what he said was point. He was right on point. He hit a bullseye. He was telling the truth. Everybody know he was telling the truth. This system is wicked. It is crooked. It is corrupt. It is biased, especially against the black man, who is its number one target. But when you are fighting for your freedom and you are dealing with a case, you got an open case, even if you're found guilty, you still got an appeal process to consider. So you have to maintain proper judicial decorum until your case is completely resolved. If you exhaust all your appeals, you done pleaded to everybody you can plead to, it's over. Okay, now it's over. Hey, man. But it might still not be over, because if you have an opportunity for parole, you got to consider that. Let's say they gave you 20 years, but you up for parole, and you know you can qualify for parole in 10. That means you can get out early in 10 years with good behavior, but they gonna all remember the parole board, the judge, the prosecution, the warden, all of them are on the same team. They're all on the same team. The court-appointed lawyer, public defender, otherwise known as public defender, they're all on the same team. And they're going to remember any outburst. They're going to remember any criticism, ridicule against the system. And they're going to tax you or your loved one for that. Hold on, I got me one. Normally, before I block somebody, I just, I don't say anything about them. I just block them and just keep on moving. And they be looking at their camera like trying to refresh and all that. But I want to say this to this person so they can hear what I'm saying. So dude said, Willie D, I'm about to unfollow you. You acting slow. No. Don't waste your time. Let me help you out. See what I'm saying, fam? See, that's how I deal with them. You know, we don't have to agree, but disrespect will not be tolerated. You're not going to come on my platform and disrespect me. Imagine me going to his platform and disrespecting him. How y'all think that's going to go? That's like being in an audience while a comedian is on stage and you heckling the comedian. You are not going to win. The comedian got the mic. You're not going to win. Anyway, fam, moving on. Jane says Tory's dad is telling the truth. Yes, he's telling the truth about the system. I agree. His dad is absolutely right. But there's a time and a place for everything. As much as his daddy loved him, he hurt him after that trial. And during the trial, all of that going out on the steps and talking to the media and being critical of the prosecution. Say, bro, that ain't how it go. Let those lawyers articulate that, because they know what to say without being emotional. The lawyers know what to say to sway public opinion, and they are good at it because they study it. They study the psychological edge and measures of public opinion. They understand that. They went to school for it. They trained. They're sharp at it. They don't, it might sound like when lawyers are talking, they might sound emotional, but they're not being emotional. They're being passionate. Big difference. Our family and supporters, oftentimes we respond emotionally to these type of situations, and that sometimes will backfire and make the situation worse for our people. The daddy, obviously, no doubt, loves his son, but they need to get a doggone a PR agent. They need a publicist. He needs a publicist, and let that publicist speak. Nobody should be speaking right now on Tory's behalf except his legal team or his publicist. That's it. This is chess, not checkers. And this is coming from somebody who supports Megan Thee Stallion. I ain't scared of y'all. Y'all think I'm supposed to be scared of y'all? Say that I don't support Megan. Megan is the home team, man. This is H-Town. Think I'm not supposed to support her? I'm pretty sure the people in Canada supports Tory. Damn near everybody in Canada probably supports Tory. Think I'm not supposed to support the home team? But y'all saying Megan lied. Tory lied too. So how y'all picking Tory's side if Tory lied too? How is Megan everything but a child of God and she lied? Because she lied. And Tory is not everything but a child of God and he lied. Make it make sense. I'm waiting on the first comment. Oh, hold on. I got me another one. Got me another block. Oh, let me just say the block party is officially open. The block party is officially open. See, one thing that I learned about like being on social media, people don't have, having an objective point of view is not respected. You got to either be all the way over here or all the way over there. Being objective is not respected. Some of y'all can't stand my honesty, but y'all the same way. Y'all behave exactly like I'm behaving right now. Like I said, if you had a nephew who got into a fight at a school on the playground, and your nephew has some inconsistencies in his story, and the person that he got into a fight with has some inconsistencies in their story, you don't know who to believe, but you still support your nephew, right or wrong. Right or wrong. Or do you just say, man, I can't F with you no more. You lied. You had some inconsistencies in your story, so I can't rock with you at all no more. That's what you would do? I'm not reading no all caps, man. So you sound like you're hollering at me. So if you want me to read, read your comment, you're gonna take them caps off. Sounds people that put the caps sound like they just screaming. What are your cap? What are you writing with all caps for in the first place? That's not even the proper way to write. And it's harder to read. Looks like just a bunch of jumbled up letters. But I get it, fam. You know, people rock with whatever people rock with, whoever you rock with, whatever you rock with, you can find, a way to explain it, right? You can find an excuse for it. It's kind of like when black folks get killed on the streets or whatever. There's certain people who ain't never saw a reason to not justify them being killed by the police. They ain't never condemned the police. It's certain people ain't never condemned the police. They find an angle, an excuse for every single murder that's happened ever when it comes to black folks. So pretty much anytime that you rocking with something, whatever you support or whatever, you can find a reason, you can find some type of excuse for why you support that person. You dig? So I understand the frustration of somebody not being absolute and riding with whatever whatever narrative is that you respect and whatever narrative that you accept. I get that. But it's kind of like even with the Cassie case. With the Cassie case, you got people saying that if you say anything negative about Cassie, somehow you support Diddy. You are, you supporting a pedo, right? You can't say anything like, well, at what point after 10 years, like, okay, he met her when she was 22. So in 10 years, after all those freak offs, let's say all of those beatings, all of that partying, all of those drugs, all of those Birkin bags and shoes and house notes and payments and apartment condo living, jet setting across the world, all of that luxurious lifestyle, all of those people that she met along the way, she couldn't leave. If you say that, oh, you supporting Beto, so she can leave Ryan Leslie like that, but she can't leave Diddy like that. When she finally left Diddy, he knew it was over. Did he kill her? Did he strangle her? Did he attempt to choke her out? Based on those text messages I read, he did none of that. When she finally decided she wasn't coming back, when she finally decided she wasn't going back, she didn't go back. But she stopped going when she made up her mind that this is it. Not when Diddy made up his mind. When she made up her mind that she wasn't going back, she didn't go back. And he allowed her to go on about her life and marry the trainer who he paid for, who he introduced to her and paid for, and let her go on about her life and have children with him and just keep on moving. But you can't say that because if you do, you support a pedo. Like, she's just a victim. Oh, and her husband is a hero. He ain't no hero. He ain't no hero. He took another man's girl just like another man took his girl before. Just like his girl took another woman's man. He took another dude's woman. He stepped out with another dude's woman. He was there. He knew about the beatings. He knew about the freak-offs, and he did nothing. Then he go into court and act like he a tough guy trying to stare Diddy down. But if he and Diddy was in a room one-on-one, he would have tucked his tail. I'm sure he tucked his tail many times that he saw Diddy. He didn't say nothing. Didn't confront him one time. But now he's a tough guy. He's a protector. He ain't no damn protector. He's an opportunist just like Cassie. Boom, I said it. Opportunist. Cassie Ventura is more savvy than anybody's given her credit for. Why is it that the people who support Cassie only hear the age gap and how she got black eyes, but they don't hear her saying, I'm looking forward to the freak off. I'm ready to F. Yeah, picking out dudes and stuff like she's shopping on Amazon. This one's available? They don't hear that. Why they don't hear her threatening one of the escorts, talking about she gonna kill him. Talking about killing an escort. Chopping him up. Why they don't hear that part? Why they don't hear that gangster part of Cassie? Why they don't hear when she talking about getting high, getting lit? Why they only concentrate on the soft voice? Read those text messages. Cassie had a potty mouth. Literally and figuratively. Because dudes was pissing in her mouth. Ain't nobody subjected no woman to something like that for no 10 years, not no billionaire. Not when you got women lined up who will do it for free. You ain't got to twist their arms or nothing. I'm talking about beautiful women lined the corner. There's women be into all kinds of things. You got women going to Dubai, letting dudes take a dump on them for 50 racks. You mean to tell me he can't find somebody who would do it, who would allow a dude to take a leak on him? Get out of here, man. I'm not buying none of that. Cassie is not innocent. Yes, she got whooped. Yeah, she got whooped. But she whooped some other people too. She whooped Diddy all across his head with getting that money out of him, blackmailing him. She blackmailed Diddy. Got 10 million from the hotel, another 20 million from Diddy, finna get another 10 million from a movie deal, 20 million. And she, when it's all said and done, she might have $100 million. And she had fun. But see, yeah, there was some dark times, but she traded her happiness for those dark times. She traded those dark times for the lifestyle. Consciously, she traded the dark times for the lifestyle. She said it herself. I kept doing the freak offs because I didn't want him to do it with no other woman. Imagine somebody saying, I started killing with him. You know, my husband was a serial killer and he needed help. He needed somebody to drive, look out, help lure the victims. I kept doing it because I didn't want him to do it. I didn't want him to find another woman to do it with. Not buying it, fam. Not buying it. Cassie is way more savvy than anybody can give her credit for. The only reason why she gets so much support is because she's cute. That's it. If Cassie was regular old Cassandra, overweight, busted up lace front, you think she'd be getting supported like this? Nah, everybody be disgusted. Yeah, she lying. She lying. She lying. That's what they would be saying. I know that's what they'd be saying because I've seen thousands of stories, thousands, tens of thousands of stories since I've been on this, been covering this stuff for the last, maybe 8-9 years. 8 years. 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. I've seen these stories over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I know how people be switching it up. I know how people tend to side with a certain story or because it fits the narrative that makes them comfortable. Cassie played everybody in the end. She even played the prosecution because if you listen to her testimony, much of her testimony is up the middle. It's not even, she gives the prosecution just enough to make them think she's on her side. But she also says things that she knows is going to look good for Diddy. So, for example, she said, I was tired of the freak offs. I didn't want to do the freak offs. She said, I didn't want to do the freak offs. At least not that frequently. Listen to the words, man. These are her words. I didn't want to do the freak offs. At least not that frequently. Now she said, I didn't like doing the freak offs. At least not that frequently, which implies that She liked doing the freak offs, but not that frequently. So where is the coercion? Where is the force? That's almost like saying you can use that same situation in your own relationship. How many women, back me up, ladies, how many women like having sex, like making love to your man? At least not that frequently. You like making love to your man, but not that frequently, not as frequently as he liked making love, right? Come on, fam. Got another troll. Let me get him out of here right quick. That's the only thing about these type of forums, like these type of platforms, is that, when it's open to the public, the wind blow the trash in. You ever notice how sometimes, you might, open your door, open your window or something, or your door, your patio doors or something, and then the wind blow in leaves and stuff like that, maybe blow in debris. That's kind of how it is on these platforms. You want to open it up to everybody and have a good time and enjoy the atmosphere, but invariably the wind blow the trash in. So then you got to go back and shut the doors, and yeah, it'd be like that. Jane Campbell said, if Cassie was my daughter, I wouldn't have let it go this far. Well, what would you have done, Jane? I want to know. I need the answer to this. What would you have done if Cassie was your daughter? I'm looking for Jane comment. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Got another one. Got another one. Gone. Block party is open, fam. Who else want to get blocked? Block party open. The block party has officially started. While in Kirkland says, support the law. The law was not made for you or me. Why are you blocking them? Disrespect. You come on here and be disrespectful to the host, you're getting blocked. Ain't no two ways about it. You can give your opinion without being disrespectful. See, that's the problem with some people. Like they don't know how to have a civil conversation or civil discussion. They got to be disrespectful. And that's why they always getting their head knocked off. That's why they always running into trouble. Everybody on here that I ever disagree with, I've been disrespectful. I mean, I've been respectful toward, unless they become disrespectful to me. You know, yeah, I'm gonna lead with respect, but if I get disrespected, it's coming back and it's coming back tenfold. Eddie Kane, what it do? What's up, Kenny Paint, Raw Rush? You know what I realized about being on social media too, fam? Because it used to really bother me in the very beginning. I almost just stopped being on here, you know, because there's so many disrespectful people that, you know, that hide behind these usernames and computers and the distance that they have between us. I almost just jumped off of it, and then, but I'm not in the business of doing what my enemies want me to do. So I actually maintain the channel just to wake up every day and piss them off, let them see my face. You cannot get rid of me. Make them see, and that's why I do several videos a day. Every time they look around, I'm popping up, popping up, popping up. I do that, fam, to antagonize them. I mean, as much as I do it to give y'all the information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world, I also do it to antagonize these ham haters. Yeah, fam. Here he go. Here he go again. Boom. Hit him again. Boom. Hit him again. Boom. God damn. Can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. So the internet has, and I'm gonna tell you something else too, fam. The internet has encouraged a lot of cowards to be brave. You know, like they say things that they would never say to your face, like never. They would never say to a real man's face because they know they'll get their head knocked off. So they jump on the internet and they hope like hell that they never run into you in person. They hope like hell that you never get a line on them where you can actually reach out and touch them. That's what they pray for. But the trip part about it is they get audiences, and which let me know that I didn't realize how many F boys were really out there. Because it take an F boy to rock with an F boy. It takes a clown, a coward, to sit up and listen to a clown or a coward all day long and pat him on the back. It's almost like they're having one big clown fest. I got a prediction. Cassie and her husband will be divorced within 3 years. I'll say 5 years max. 5 years max. They're going to be divorced. And I'm probably being very generous here. I'm being conservative because It's obvious that dude was a rebound, and they were both struggling. They were both in the same pot. All they had was each other. But now Cassie got that money. Keep in mind, money was the determining factor more than anything for her stand with Diddy. Money. Cassie got that money now. And that dude that she with, he's weak. You could tell you're a simp. I know some of y'all don't like that, but he is a simp. Ain't no real dude. I know some of y'all would like a dude to save you like that, rescue you. Like, ain't no real dude gonna be hooking up with no chick that's been ran through like that. No man of valor, no man of substance is going to accept that. No man of substance is going to wife a chick like that. It's one thing if she do it, but if he know, ain't no man gonna make that his main squeeze. That's a sucker. And Cassie know he's a sucker. And women at the end of the day, they will settle for suckers, but that is not what they desire. Suckers do not get them wet. They want a man. They want a man who will stand on business. They want a man's man. Every woman wants a man's man. They will settle for suckers and F-boys, especially if they got some money. But every woman want a man's man. Woman, you know, the number one reason that a woman desire a man is not for sexual pleasures. It is to feel safe. Protection. Now, had dude went Rambo on Diddy when he found out what happened and he did something about it right off the bat and he ain't take no job, that's something different. Maybe she'd see him differently. But Cassie ain't looking at that dude like that. Cassie got her money, she got her babies, and she finna dip. Watch. Cassie finna make her move. Cassie is what? How old is Cassie? 38 or something like that? Let's see, Cassie age. Cassie is 38 years old. She'll be 39 in August. She'll be 39 in August. Cassie is looking at her age. She got the money. She got her money. She got her kids. But she ain't got the man that she really wants. And she finna jump out there and try to find the man. She still got her good looks. She probably got at least another 5 to 7 years with them good looks like that. That's gonna hold up. I'm talking about with no work. She probably at least got another 5 to 7. She gonna dip. She gonna dip. Watch. Irreconcilable differences. That's what everybody say. Irreconcilable differences. I wouldn't even want to put that in a divorce decree. I would I just put, man, we ain't getting along. Switch it up. Yeah, man. Cassie finna dip, man. Watch. And keep in mind, you don't let that many dudes run through you and just be able to turn that switch off like that. I bet you anything that she cheated on him during the course of their. Well, she was with Diddy. Remember, she had FaceTime Diddy while they was having sex. She had FaceTime Alex, her husband, while she was with Diddy having intercourse. So if she did that, you know how both she already knows that she can. He's aware of her having sex while he and her are in a relationship already with another dude. So you think that she ain't done some other stuff? They probably done some stuff together. They probably done had their own little miniature freak offs. Wouldn't that be something? If that news came out, Diddy lawyer be stand up there like, Your Honor, at this time, we'd like to call to the stage. We'd like to call to the stand Here we go. Your Honor, at this time, we'd like to call to the stand male escort number 645, Big Jimmy. Big Jimmy? Hell. Whoa, big God, good Lord, Big Jimmy. Yes, Your Honor. I swear, yeah. Okay. Big Jimmy. Are you aware of who Cassie Ventura is? Yes. Can you point her out? Well, this is her right here on the picture. What about this picture right here? Who do you know this to be? Alex Fine. And what is your nickname for Alex Fine? Fine and Mine. Was there a point in the relationship with Cassie and Mr. Fine that you were intimate? Well, yes. And when was that? Right before we came here. Family, I'm telling you, man, there's some other stuff gonna come out. I'm telling you. Some other stuff gonna come out. Mr. Fine, are you familiar with the word bottom? Bottom boy. Yes. And can you explain to the court what is a bottom boy? That's the one who like to take it from the back. Can you explain, clarify what take it from the back mean? That's when a guy is receiving, but he don't talk like he talk like this. That's when a guy is receiving. And with Mr. Fine, who was receiving when you and Mr. Fine was together? I was. Everybody, collective sigh. Oh shit. Oh. So are you saying that Mr. Fine was in control? That's what I said. Mr. Fine was in control. Family. This dude is not as squeaky clean as they're trying to make him out to be, and he is not a hero. Let's get that straight. It takes two to tango, and he's tangoing right now with Cassie Ventura, one of the most conniving chicks of the 21st century. That's right, I said it. Conniving. Yeah. But she's getting the benefit of the doubt. You know, that just goes to show you, man, all you got to do is be cute, man. You can get away with a lot. You can get away with a lot. All you got to do is be cute. And I'm going to tell you something, fam. I suspect that some of those beatings that Cassie got was because Diddy knew that the only reason she was there was because of his money. Diddy knew that he was expendable. When you sharing your woman, when your woman is cool with sharing her body with other men, she can't be trusted. When your man is cool with sharing his body with other women, he cannot be trusted. So Diddy didn't trust her, and she didn't trust Diddy. Diddy made the mistake of thinking that it only went one way. He made the mistake of thinking that he could do whatever he wanted to do. And she could only do what he wanted her to do. He forgets. And Cassie Ventura is vindictive. So there was plenty of times that she was not with Diddy, that Diddy was off with other women and she knew. Or Diddy may have been taking care of business and not even thinking about no other woman. But because she know that there were times when Diddy was with other women, and the fact that he let other men run through her, she got down with other men and women, perhaps behind his back. Because remember, there was a time in her testimony where she said she was starting to fantasize about him being with a woman after Diddy had introduced a woman to her, a prospect for sex to her. So Cassie was wide open, man, literally and figuratively, wide open. She said she used to have to recover from freak-offs. She had to take a few days to recover. Yeah, man. Now, I'm not convinced that she's innocent at all. In fact, I'm convinced that she's not innocent. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. A few more shout outs before I go, and then I'm out. Aaron Burridge, she all day. STDA, Jane Doe, what up? D Rich, Rico Woods, Yikwaba. Kevin Sanders, I'm here. Queen's DNA. What's up, Mike Brown? Charlene Henderson? Sean Lunatic, what it do? Mike Brown. Okay, fam, that's my time. Hey, I'm gone, fam. But if there's some more breaking news, I will bring it to you. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all be good. Enjoy the rest of your morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Till then, fam, no more talk.